The Law Society of Kenya has welcomed the Judicial Service Commission decision to nominate Justice David Maraga as the next Chief Justice, saying he's cut out for the job. LSK Vice President Faith Waigwa has told Capital FM Newsbeat that Judge Maraga, as an insider, was best fit for the job since he understands the nitty-gritties of the judiciary and has earned respect from his colleagues.
I've looked at the social media, the reactions of the social media. I'm in several social platforms with lawyers. I've also looked at the reactions from lawyers. My personal opinion and my view is that he's a good choice. He's a man, in my view, the JSC found to be a compromise candidate. He's a man whose integrity is not questionable. He's not been found to be corrupt. And he has all the attributes that are required for a Chief Justice. So as the Law Society of Kenya, we actually support and welcome that particular nomination by the Judicial Service Commission. The other aspect is that he's an insider in terms of being part and parcel of the judiciary. Justice Mutunga, the retired Chief Justice, the immediate retired Chief Justice, was an outsider. So he came in with new ideas that were not known in the judiciary. Now, we expect that Justice Maraga will come up with ideas based on what he knows the judiciary requires, because he knows what the gaps are within the judiciary, what needs to be done. Then he should be able to come with solutions for what should be, how it should be addressed. These problems should be addressed.
Among the things Judge Maraga should carry on from his predecessor, according to Waigwa, include the digitization of the judiciary, specifically the files and improvement of facilities, to ensure that justice is accessible to all Kenyans.
There is the continuity of what Justice Mutunga had started in terms of digitizing the judiciary, digitization of the files and the court processes. It's something that should continue. So there's that bit of continuity. Access to justice, he should continue the good work that Justice Mutunga had begun. Infrastructure. We still have areas in this country where the judiciary infrastructure is quite wanting. So he should not relent on seeing to it that the infrastructure is up to date and there are no condemned buildings where his officers or judges are operating from.
She says graft remains a major challenge to the judiciary, and the new CJ must take advantage of the goodwill from the public to crack the whip on the rogue elements. In the imminent presidential petition next year, Waigwa says Justice Maraga's calm nature will be a positive factor in leading the Supreme Court to making a well-informed ruling while affirming that he's incorruptible.
A good administrator, being a Chief Justice is being an administrator. A good administrator is one who, in terms of crisis, they do not panic or do not become too overly excited in panic. A good administrator is one who first calms down the people around him in times of crisis, so that he can reach a scenario where he can make a decision that would be beneficial, a decision that he will not have made through emotions, but through, probably in this case, the law and the evidence before them. Because if you get an overly excited person, they become emotional. And with that emotions, then you are likely to make a finding based on emotions. And you know very well, when you're very annoyed, sometimes you make the wrong decisions in life, right? Mm-hmm. But when you're calm, you think through the pros and the cons. So I think his calmness is a positive aspect for him in terms of a crisis. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you think he's cut out for the job?
No, he is cut out for the job.
For Capital TV, I'm Julia Gailo.